Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Anna Morphides with Mindy Hearts Counseling, and today's video is going to be on the hot topic of chasing, especially in particular for people that resonate with the feminine side of things or the female side of things, the woman side of things, or feel that as a woman or a female, it is sort of highlighted it a little bit that predominantly our role these days is to take the role of the chaser. And there is an actual reason behind this. It's not because we are less than men or masculines or that energy or however you want to refer to it, but it is actually because as females over the last, I would say, a few centuries, we have been sort of taken out of our power. We have sort of been pushed out of our high priestess position, or the position of us where we can be in our feminine energy, where we are soft and we are receiving. Receiving is a big key word, because receiving is the complete opposite of chasing, because if you're receiving, you're being giving things, you're not going out there to get them. So a lot of things have been coming my way, not just from people that I work with, but bits and pieces of documentaries or shows or speakers that I see out there, relationship coaches such as Matthew Hussey and Shelley Bullard. They make tons of videos. Aaron Daughtry, they make tons of videos on how or to not chase, or why chasing is not good in a relationship. And today I'm going to talk about in my video why we tend to chase in the first place. And by chasing, it's really seeking, wanting, yearning, desiring. And chasing can come in many ways, in many ways, shapes, and form. So in my experience, and this is a little bit embarrassing to admit, but when I was in high school and my early years of university, chasing the masculine or boys meant calling them and hanging up. And remember, like *69, so you would block your number so they wouldn't know who you are. Or I would literally, after the bar, this is like early university years, me and my friends would sometimes just kind of wait for them so we can speak to them. I don't know. It was, yeah. So I would put myself in the radius of where they were at, either by calling them or somehow showing up on their way back to the dorm or whatever it was. That was how I was chasing. Then later on in my long-term relationship, or even before my long-term relationship, I would be chasing a feeling. No longer did I do immature things such as that, but I chased the feeling, and the feeling that I was chasing was of belonging, acceptance, being worthy of someone receiving me as a feminine, being worthy of that. It was a feeling to be seen, to be soothed, to be heard. And that is how I was chasing love. I didn't know that I deserved to have all that. I didn't know that it was my birthright to have all that. I was seeking it. I was looking for it. I was chasing for that feeling. So the minute that I would meet someone, I would literally wait for the other shoe to drop, because I was expecting my childhood to happen all over again. Even though I wanted connection and to be seen and to be soothed and all these things, I was chasing, yearning, wanting what I lacked to receive when I was a child. I grew up with an anxious attachment style, so I was not seen, I was not soothed, I was not secure, and I was definitely not seen. I had a very negative self-view of myself, and my inner child is now chasing, wanting, yearning, looking for that experience in the masculines that were coming into my life, and in whatever way, shape, or form that would look like, depending on how old I was or if I was in a relationship. Because even in my long-term relationship, I spent most of it chasing my partner to see me, to want me. Like, that's crazy. Even in a relationship, I was chasing my partner instead of being in my feminine and receiving all these goodness, instead of receiving love, instead of receiving acceptance, instead of receiving fulfillment, instead of feeling cherished, instead of feeling all these beautiful things that I was seeking, wanting, chasing, as it is, called in the grand scheme of things, that includes all those other synonyms. And then once I understood why this was happening, it's because me, as a female in my family, who now I understand as a feminine, I'm supposed to be receiving all these things. I didn't believe that I was worthy of receiving these because my mom never received those. I never watched my mom receive those. So already that was an intergenerational pattern that was absorbed in my body, and I was acting out in my personal reality. And then her mom, even worse than my mom, and so forth. So over the past centuries, my generation of women in the Greek culture in a small village were very, very not good for the feminine energy. It silenced it, it abused it, it used it, it disrespected it. It did all these things to the energy of the feminine that was carried on intergenerationally. And then, of course, I carried it too within myself, and gave me this feeling of like wanting to chase. So once I understood why we're chasing in the first place, wanting, desiring, wanting for an experience for our inner child. My inner child is looking for something that I never had a chance to receive when I was a child. I'm fighting for my mom's inner child who did not have that experience either, or for her mom's inner child, my grandma's inner child that I never even got to meet because at 38, she died due to the way that she was treated and abused. And it's funny that I actually have her name, and I had my awakening at 38. So I literally feel like I get a chance to redo this so we can finally stop this cycle of the feminines of chasing. So yes, thank you so much everyone for talking about this concept. Don't chase. Why not to chase? But let's shine light on why we're chasing in the first place. We're just chasing for an experience that our inner child is yearning for and ourselves are so thirsty for. But now as adults, we can give it to ourselves. And that's the most beautiful thing and most empowering thing that we females, and I'm not going to discount that masculines do not experience this either. That they're looking for a certain type of experience to be integrated into their nervous system so they can be whole and complete. But now we're not children dependent on our caregivers to give us that. Now we are grown people that can give this to ourselves. So through somatic therapy, this has been saving for me. Somatic therapy has been amazing for me to let go of anything that was stored in my body that resembled the feeling of chasing, because I felt abandoned and unloved and unworthy and all these other things. Therefore, I was looking for the complete opposite experience, which would always lead me into the chasing role in a relationship. Mental wellness or mental therapy is your mind. Instead of thinking, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, why don't they love me? It's like, I love myself, I am worthy, I'm going to give myself everything. Emotional wellness. How do I transmute my emotions from predominantly them being challenging: sadness, fear, anger, disgust, and joy. How do I transmute all my energies that I may feel from an experience or a relationship that resembles sadness, fear, anger, disgust? How do I transmute that back into joy for myself? I can do this. We have emotional intelligence. This is the most beautiful gift that we can give to ourselves, and we can give that through gratitude. Stay grateful for the things that you're experiencing and know that you are worthy for exactly what you want to have. You have to know that you're worthy, and you're going to also anchor that with affirmations. That's another way of doing mental wellness and tying it into emotional wellness, because you're going to say your gratitude and you're going to feel how grateful you are for the things that are coming out of your mouth, so you can raise your vibration, so you can bring in more good vibrational things that resemble what you actually are embodying now from the inside, and not chasing it from the outside world. And then, of course, spiritual wellness, where you understand that you are unlimited. You are limited by your core beliefs that you absorbed as a human child, that everyone goes through. We all absorb certain core beliefs, and some are helpful and some are not helpful. And there is a percentage of us that have absorbed unhelpful core beliefs that limit our potential and our future experiences in relationships. But now that we understand this and we start to integrate that we are unlimited, we are limitless in possibilities, and it's our birthright to receive all this. We know, and we go out there and we get it and we create it for ourselves. I hope this video made sense. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please do reach out to me. I love hearing from you. It's one of the greatest joys of my life to hear back from you guys and let me know how you feel. I do take the time to comment on and really take the comment on the comments that I receive, and really take the time to see if I can help someone, or if I can hear or see a core belief within their words. I feel the people that have helped me shed all my uncore beliefs, my unhelpful core beliefs, because I've had so many, I'm so grateful and thankful for. So I want to give this gift back to you guys, so you can stop chasing love and start to receive. Now we're no longer going to use the word chase. We're receiving. Receive love, receive goodness. You're receiving it from yourself, because you're giving it to yourself by doing all the things that you love, by hanging out with your friends, by doing your affirmations, by doing your meditation, by doing your gratitude, by going to do breath work for somatic therapy or energy healing, or whatever it is that makes you feel good, talk therapy, counseling, dancing, whatever it is, eating good foods. You take care of yourself so you can raise your vibration, and you remember that you are worthy of it all. You really are. It is your birthright. Shed those 10 core beliefs that we all absorbed as children, and let's recreate new ones for ourselves, so we can start receiving love and be truly in our feminine energy, which is soft, receiving, wonderful, and worthy of it coming. And it's already here. It's not even coming. It's here. We are worthy of it being here and being part of our selves, so we can break this pattern for the generation of women ahead of us. With all my love and gratitude, I will see you next time. I was going to say, if you want to subscribe, please do so. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.